people's movement from the ground up, encompassing everybody, even people who are not here today, for some reason, may have talked yourself over personal opinions and all that jazz. Doesn't mean much, doesn't mean anything. We don't need to know your personal opinion. We don't need to get along. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to focus all our energies on the state. The state. The state. This is the problem. The people into the country, coming into the country, yes, some of them are very, very problematic, and to ignore that would make you a very stupid person. These are facts. Crime rates all around Europe have gone up with this stuff, and we know this. And we're trying to protect our women and our children and our men who have been slain in the last year. There's been a few. It's not stuff that really goes on here. We can't allow it to become the new normal, as they like to say. So we're trying to put the brakes on that, and this is the seed of a movement, I hope, which will pull in people from all different groups. We're stepping away from, as we're not affiliated with any political groups, we will not allow ourselves to be called far right. We're not far left. We're not centre. We are natural living Irish men and women. It's as simple as that. And we oppose this state. So what we're trying to do... Yeah, he was just whispering in my ear as well. The gatherings we'll have from now on, they will be assemblies. And I'd like to think of this as the kind of in peaceful assembly. Well, they'll be peaceful if people leave us alone. You know yourself, lads. There may come a time where self-defence, hopefully it doesn't ever happen, but we mustn't fear that. It's happened many times before. We don't promote that. We're a peace and love, we're Irish people. But we've got a problem. We've got a whole political system rotten to the core, selling our country, causing suffering on our children, causing harm on our women, covering up cervical smears, rewarding the people who commit these acts, golden handshakes and big pay deals, and with most of my people. And let's be honest, I think at this stage it's pretty much, I believe, rich against poor in this country. There's many people you'll often see about them from all talking about the GDP or per head per capita. It's all business talk. It's all digital money and commerce, external money making, tax rackets and all that bullshit. But generally, my people, the people that I grew up with, Irish people from Ballymun, generally most of them are sick, medicated, poor, and it's all by design. So we're trying to bring a lot of information here without trying to pick one thing, whether it's common law or whether it's constitutional law or whether it's deregistering or whether it's protesting libraries or whether it's sailing down the Shannon. Wherever it is, it's all good. It's all good. Every little bit helps. But that we have been divided and conquered for many years, and these tools are still at play. And if we don't learn by now, and I believe if we don't learn very quick, if we don't have a people's movement in this country in the next year, a real people's movement, I predict we're already in big trouble in certain aspects, you know. You just see scandal upon scandal within the guards, within the hospitals, within the education, within everything. It's all so bad, but it's a money-making machine. So the exterior and the sheen is you go around in silver shiny cars, and you know, these people, we pay their ESB bills as well. They don't pay bills, like, we pay their bills. So they're going around like kings and princes, flying here and there, and they're not representing us. And I, for the life of me, in all my life, I really can't see anybody, a people's movement that has formed ever, that has no allegiances to anybody but the people. So what we're trying to create is a people's voice, and it's as simple as that. So everybody's welcome. We'll be back here on January 21st is the day. Is it the 16th you're going with? Are you sure that fact's starting now? Are you 100% sure? Right, so Darden's taking, you're seeing this in the real life, right? Check this out. Alright, we'll come back on the 16th because Darden reckons these people are off on the holidays on the 16th of January, Darden reckons. This is the last day here.
You have a month's holiday.
So they're off on the 16th.
Yeah, we're full
The
pay,
16th of January, that's
Forget to pass the
unbelievable.
hate speech before they left. You know?
There is the hate speech. So we've got so many things, and a lot of people out there get into activism, and I've met them all along the way, and I love them all in their own individual way. And I'm not here to, we connect with people with souls for lessons, and we don't have to like each other. We give each other lessons and we move on. And there's so many good people out there. On top of my head, I can just name out people all around the country. Dermot O'Cala, Dee Wall, all suffering state persecution. Then you have the False Tree. You've got Bridget Scanlon. I think Andy Heisman's in court again yesterday or something. So it's just Enoch Burke. So they're locking up the Irish Indigenous nationals who disagree. And we have to say stop. You have to build a movement that says, no, that's not good enough. It's not good enough. We're not. There's something happening outside Wilson's Hospital, I believe, soon, isn't there? Next Tuesday. At what time? 2 o'clock, I believe. Check it out online when you go home. But I mean, if you can get over to that, because that fella's a warrior. And I was only saying to Alan last night, Enoch Burke for president in my eyes. Forget Conor McGregor. We've got a young Christian man with values, morals, decency, a backbone, a warrior, and we've got so many of them. Most of them get locked up and get turned into radical, but this young is slightly different. He speaks very well and he's very, 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 very intelligent. Hold the line, supporting Enoch Burke. Tuesday the 9th of December at 2 o'clock outside the gates of Wilson Hospital. The 19th, Tuesday the 19th. So get there if you can. And that's 2 o'clock. And that's the best you can do, and I encourage it, and that's the idea of today as well, is just to come here, because if this wasn't happening, there'll be nothing happening right now. So there's something happening right now. And it's small, but to see it, and it's something happening. So we're doing something about it in our own unique little way. But we're calling out, Graham Kearney came into my head, this fella's face here, because he just reminds me of him, and I was just thinking about fellas, Graham Kearney, poor Graham, lads. They're everywhere, lads, and there are people. And we've been shouting it, and I've done it in a way so far that I don't get hassled off the boys and the girls. I don't want to know these people. I want to live my life in peace. In fact, I'd rather not be here today. But I am, and I feel I need to be. But I forgot what I was saying there. Yeah, so we're here to encourage and amplify everybody. Keep going. We know it's tough, and if you can, try and give yourself a break from social media, because it turns people's brains to mush, and they start thinking mad stuff. So we're trying to focus. I've been saying that a long time on my posts over the years, focus, and I didn't really quite know what I was trying to say. But I suppose what we're trying to do here is just have nation, that's us, the people, versus state. And we want to make it crystal clear for these people, where they can call it far right if you oppose these. We oppose these in every way we can, but we're not far right, we're Irish nationals. And we're meant to be their bosses, but previous generations have let it slide so bad that it's kind of upside down and inside out.
Dictators.
Yeah.
Dictators.
Yeah, you'll see it with McEntee and all these people. They all need to go. We know this. There needs to be big change, but what we're trying to do here is preempt. I believe there's lots of people starting to think about running for local elections, and there's a little party starting to form. There's a few we know of, the Independence Alliance from Galway. There's Dave O'Reilly's IrishPeople.ie. There's Derek Bloy and the Crews, Ireland First. There's other people, Freedom Party, the National Party. So what we're trying to do here is to say to people, we don't need to do your thing. You do your thing and do it to the best of your ability, but please don't turn into each other's opposition. You're not opposition of each other. So we need to get a frame, if we can get a mentality of just Irish, and that's it. And people who aren't Irish, who maybe married an Irish man or woman, or someone who came here properly, you know what I'm talking about. Legally, all that stuff. You know, people are welcome here. Let's put out the nonsense about racism and all that crap. We wouldn't be racist and homophobic if why would we have a gay Indian man if we were going around bashing gay foreigners? It's not. Maybe in the 80s it was a thing, but come on, like, we're Irish people and we've got a high standard, and that's why people flock here in their droves. This is like paradise in the modern world. Not just the financial, I suppose, entitlements, but the way of life. We're very, 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 very special people. And our ancestors not so long ago, this flag flying here, it's only 100 years ago, this kind of 1916, 1918, 1919, 1922, all that. It's only 100 years ago, like. It's only a brand new nation in the scheme of world, I suppose, of the world. It's 100 years old, pretty much. And from the moment it was created, it was inverted and taken away, and the English have never left, I believe. And yeah, that's the message. So again, today is not a protest. We might do a walk in a while. We're not going to hang around for long. We might do a walk. I was thinking we might walk up to the GPO and then might read the proclamation. But we'll go with January the 16th, and we'll plead with you if you're watching this video. I have been amazed, intrigued, sad, worried with the lack of in communication with anybody in the activism field over the past few weeks. I put this poster out 6 weeks ago, giving it a chance to grow. And I've been bemused by it, to be honest, lads and ladies. So if you're watching, I would beg you for the good of the nation to come back out here on January the 16th at 12 o'clock. And hopefully there's more of us, and that needs all of you people here as well. Yous are here for a reason if you believe in all this. Like, the world's a big place. You know, loads of these people up here don't even know who we are. They don't know who we are. So, you know, there's not many people right now, right here on this wavelength. So we're trying to amplify it and amplify it and amplify it and keep it simple. Nation versus state. And there's elections coming up in April, May. So we're just trying to get people to just amplify it. And don't be afraid. I know people were saying to me today about the guards. The guards might come in heavy, and don't be afraid, like.
Sure.
Don't be afraid, lads. You're fucking Irish, like. Your ancestors went out fighting, like. Do you know what I mean? So we have to do our thing, and we have our rights as Indigenous people, and we have to exercise them rights. And if we have any hassle, as Dara was saying here earlier on, Dara came over to me. And you've seen these protests where you have a protest on what they call them protests, you know, say in Galway or something, you'd have a group of our people having a protest, and then you'd have 20 people sent down from one of the lefties to counter protest. We won't be having that at our gatherings. So if anybody comes over here and starts that has already made it clear with the main man here that will be stopped. So that won't be happening at our gatherings. People disrespecting the Indigenous nationals as they assemble against this state. I don't think anybody in their right mind should hold that against us. So that's the message. We'll be here. What time is it, Darren? You know, I think we all know how bad things are. Like, I don't need to keep repeating myself. We know the information. We see the schools. We see the excess deaths. So many. And so many people think that that's the thing, and that's the thing, and that's the thing. And there's so many people doing great work. Barry, wake up here. Like, this is not a contest, you know. We're just here to amplify everybody. Amplify everybody. And anybody who's not willing to park their personal feelings at the door for a couple of hours, we're going to basically do this once a month, I suppose, for now. Because as I said, we're a small group. And there's no point in us. I've been around groups and put lots of energy into it, and it's a lot of work. So we'll do one a month, and we'll go from there, and hopefully by the summer we have the likes of people who, as I said, we're not affiliated with any group, we're not affiliated with anybody, we've no agenda, we're not selling anything, we're not doing anything like that. So we're reaching out to everybody here who may not be usually the kind of people that are with us on the streets. You know, let's be honest, we're staunch anti-government people. Like, we really are, to be doing what we're doing for the past few years. But there are other organisations out there, and other community groups, farmers and, you know, fishermen and all that. And everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome. As I said, we're in a small echo chamber. I don't have a PR company. I talk and it goes out, and wherever it lands, it lands. But yeah, everybody's welcome. And we really need to do something very soon to build the people's movement. And this system is crumbling. It's crumbling, but what they do is, it's also the biggest generational transfer of wealth ever in the history of mankind. So these people are making loads of money. All the hoteliers and all the landlords and all the CEOs and all, they're creaming it in. It's lavish, it's a great lifestyle, so it's a working recipe for them. Why would they stop that shit? Why would they walk away from a life of extravagance and hand themselves in for committing crimes against people? That's not going to happen. They took my mother's first child off her in the 60s. And yeah, they took my mother's child off her in the 60s. It's the same people. These people took power from the elected government at the time. They killed them all, in cahoots with the Queen. And they're still in charge. And that's the state. And that's who we oppose. So that's really, I'm just going to free flow here. I'm going to have a look around and see who I feel and resonate with. Yeah, no, I see it. Hang on a second now. I'm just going to give some... Dara, come up here and say a few words, will you? Dara's going to say a few words.